Now, I've been recently accused by you guys of chewing with my mouth open and people can't bear it.
Where are we? Welcome to
Casablanca.
Casablanca.
Welcome to Casablanca. This is the home hub of a One World member airline, Royal Air Maroc, that we're going to be flying today in 2 cabins with a twist.
Well, we're flying on the 7879 Dreamliner and I'm going to be in economy today.
Which puts me in business class on this relatively short flight from here in Casablanca to Paris Orly Airport. But Liam, the little twist is that actually on this newer aircraft, bizarrely, they have a premium economy sort of cabin. You've got an economy ticket, but you're actually going to be in a premium economy style seat. So that's exciting for you.
Oh, what a nice little treat, thank you.
Only an economy service though. Right, it's time for us to head inside now into this lovely looking airport. It is nice outside, a little bit hot. I think we should check in and get on our way.
Let's do it.
Later this year, Morocco will host the Africa Cup of Nations across cities all over the country. So if you're heading here for the football or you're flying into or around Morocco, Royal Air Maroc could be one of the most convenient ways to travel.
Well, it's my first time in Morocco this week, which means it's also my first time at the Casablanca Mohammed V International Airport. As you can see, it looks like a nice, bright, clean, expansive space and doesn't look too busy at all. So fingers crossed, it's gonna be a nice, easy check-in process for me.
Well, our race from this morning is complete, and now I'm going to head to the business class check-in desks here at Casablanca Airport, which so far looks pretty nice. It's airy, it's light, it's spacious, the weather's lovely outside. I've got a great feeling about today.
No bags for me to check in today, so I'm just going to use one of these little automatic screens behind me. But if I did have bags, there is literally rows upon rows of Royal Air Maroc economy check-in. It looks pretty speedy and simple, if you ask me. Oh, well, thought it was going to be simple, but I've got to go and see an agent apparently, so let's hope there's no queue. Hi.
Hi, where are you going?
To Paris. There we go, got my boarding pass, lovely, friendly check-in agent. And again, there is just so many economy check-in stations. I don't think I've ever seen as many as that in a single airport. So super, super easy, even if you don't have a fancy business class ticket like Nicky.
So I've just seen ahead of me, there's an entirely separate business class check-in area. I'm going to head inside there now to check in. Hello, how are you? Thanks so much. The whole business class check-in area is empty, so incredibly easy to check in, very quick. And then right here is a fast-track security lane to head straight through security.
Well, absolutely whizzed through security thanks to my fast track. And obviously with my status, I could also access the Royal Air Maroc lounge, but I think I'll leave Nicky to review that one for today. It's a new airport for me, so I may as well go and explore at the main terminal, maybe find myself a little coffee or a snack.
Hair looks mental. Using Fast Track, I managed to get through security very quickly, and there was also a separate immigration, which meant there were no lines at either, and I was straight through. And right beyond that, just to the right-hand side, is the lounge. There's a nice seating area upstairs, and then you head downstairs where most of the food and drinks options are. There are a few seating options. It is busy in here today though, but what I found is this amazing space outside, open air, views of planes, to be able to sit, chill. There are people smoking here, so if you're a smoker, you get to come out here, but it's nice and airy. I've got myself a plate of food from the pretty comprehensive buffet, kind of random mix of food there. I've gone for like some sandwiches and eggs, some yogurt. I think they're in the crossover time between breakfast and lunch, but I'm digging what I've got here, and I'm definitely happy sitting outside.
I will just get the sandwich Moroccan. Well, I don't know if this will be the most authentic Moroccan cuisine in the world, but I was charmed by the 2 nice gentlemen here at Venezia, which is an ice and bakery, whatever that means. I've gone for the Moroccan sandwich and a mango smoothie. Sounds pretty good. Perfect, thank you. Well, who needs a lounge when you've got a Moroccan sandwich? I've been promised this is pretty good, so let's give it a go. Tell you what, that's like a burger in a baguette. It's pretty tasty stuff.
Overall, nice lounge experience. A little bit busy, but as suspected, I was in that crossover between breakfast and lunch, and I saw loads of fresh, really nice food being put out. So watch out for that if you're in that lounge. Lunch did look better than breakfast, and the end of breakfast was starting to get questionable. So hold out, get your lunch, but now to the plane.
Look at that one, always taking pics of planes. What a loser.
Here she is, the 7879 Dreamliner of Royal Air Maroc. Never flown on one of these before, and I am excited. Let's go.
Right, here we go, moment of truth. I really don't know what to expect with this one.
Wow. Oh, she is pretty.
Oh, stepping on board, and I don't know how on earth I managed to snag this for an economy price, because this is definitely not regular economy.
Well, here we are on board. Welcome to the Royal Air Maroc business class seat on the 787-9. There are 4 rows in this business class cabin arranged in a 1-2-1 configuration. And this is very similar to the British Airways Club Suite, but without door. All of the window seats angle in towards the windows and the center pairs angle in towards each other. You'll find 2 different storage sections, one by your side and one on the console at the other side. There's a literature pocket, a little reading light, a control panel to control the functions of the seat, a tray table that slides down and could be adjusted to different levels, and then flips out to create a full table. There's also a smaller storage bin just by your feet, great for a bottle of water. The cabin is in really gorgeous navies and reds. It's a really chic looking cabin and actually seems a lot nicer than some of the other Royal Air Maroc cabins that I've seen photographs of. There's a large IFE screen right in front of you. There's a nice wing that comes around that makes the seat feel private. Even though some seats like this do have a door, this one doesn't, but you don't really feel it. The wing does provide some good privacy. Inside this console, you'll find a control panel and also universal power port and USB-A socket. There's loads of legroom here, and of course the seat converts into a fully flat bed. It's only a short flight to Paris, so we're not going to be sleeping, but I'm just going to make this into a bed so you can have a look at what it's like. Now, unfortunately, you don't get too much in the way of amenities because we're on such a short flight, just 2.5 hours, but you do get these nice over-ear headphones, Royal Air Maroc branding, cozy fit. These are good, but you would get amenity kit, blanket, pillows, all that sort of stuff is going to be on longer flights. For example, if you were flying from Casablanca to New York.
So before I show you my seat today, I just wanted to quickly run back and show you the main economy cabin. Now, this is where I thought I was going to be sitting, but when I checked in, I had the option to sit in the far more spacious 2x4x2 configured cabin just in front of me. And you can see this is a 3x4x3, and the seats are actually, to be honest, for economy, not bad at all. You've got a nice adjustable headrest and a very decent amount of space. It's in this very clean, fresh, new feeling design. And then in terms of recline, here in economy, actually, that's not bad either. And then if I flip you around, you can see you've got a very nice crisp looking IFE screen, which is going to score a 2 on the Liam Spencer hand scale. And actually a really decent amount of legroom, my knobbly knees in the picture for you, and a little seat pocket along with a tray table that flips over like this, move back and forth. But while this looks very nice, I think we should go forward to the cabin that I'm in today, which actually looks a lot better. Well, welcome to my actual seat, 7K, here in economy still, technically. Basically, what's happened, this plane was initially built for WestJet, which is an airline that does offer premium economy seats. Royal Air Maroc doesn't. However, they have now leased or bought the plane, which is why I've managed to snag these lovely, big, comfy seats in a much more private cabin, the same price as economy. I bought a regular economy ticket. When I checked in earlier, it just let me select one of these in the 2x3x2 configuration, and delighted to say they definitely feel much comfier than the cabin back there. Not that that was bad, but this is a significant improvement. First of all, I've got this lovely wide seat, tons of space to shuffle about in. The headrest is wider as well, and that can adjust up and down and turn in at the corners to offer a little bit more support, which is very handy. Onto my left, I have the recline button, so I'm going to click that in and lean back, and that just keeps on going for a really, really solid amount of recline. I can also press the footrest to bring up the leg rest underneath me. And actually, I don't always like how that feels, but in this seat, it feels quite comfortable, gives my legs a nice bit of support, and definitely if you want to have a little nap or a sleep, this is the position to do it in. Also down to my left, I have this nice big armrest along with like a little surface here that I can put a drink on. That then flips up to reveal a bit more storage, and it's also housing my headphone jack and a main power socket, so you can charge your phone, your laptop, whatever you want. And then in my right armrest, we have my tray table, which I can click out like this. Oh, look at that, shooting up in front of me, and you can configure it with a sort of like single top here, or if you want to make it bigger, you can flip it over to extend it, and you can also slide it back and forth depending on your preference. And then back over to the left armrest, you also have the IFE remote, which clicks out like this, and then I will pull you up to reveal my bigger and better IFE screen, which is, I think, at least half a hand bigger on the Liam Spence hand scale than the regular economy cabin back there to give you the scientific measurements. You can also tilt that back and forth depending on your preference. And as well as the remote, it is completely touchscreen. It feels, but it was feeling nice and responsive. Other little features include a coat hook, and then moving you down, you have the regular back of the seat storage, a little pocket down there. So on the whole, I'm absolutely chuffed to get this for the same price as economy. Again, didn't cost me anything to choose this seat in addition. Oh, for an economy cabin, this is top class. And what's even better is that it looks like I don't have a seat neighbour either. This day just keeps on improving. Well, I'm pleased to say we are now airborne and cruising towards Paris. About a 45-minute delay from our scheduled departure time, but nothing too bad. Now, while my seat feels nice and premium, I'm not expecting any kind of premium service or goodies on board today. There's no amenity kit, and there's not even a pillow or a blanket as things stand, which I guess for a 2.5-hour flight is probably fair. In fact, the only amenity I have to speak of are these IFE headphones, which have just been brought around. Not over ear, unfortunately, but hoping they're going to do the job. To be honest, those aren't giving you particularly good sound quality. It's quite echoey, quite crackly. And then I have to say, I thought it was okay at the beginning. The IFE is actually quite slow to respond. And also this remote, I don't know if you can really tell, but it's just very like stiff and it feels a bit old, especially compared to the rest of the cabin. So IFE, a little bit of a letdown. These headphones really not particularly good. There's also no premium food. I don't have a menu or anything like that. I'm quite excited to see what Rob can bring me in a little bit though. Just hoping some tasty stuff.
Now the main event. Now, impressively for such a short flight, there is the whole menu here to play with. Appetizer is a mousse of foie gras on gingerbread toast, pistachio slivers and candied figs, which sounds amazing. Maybe we'll give that, should we give that a go in French? Mousse de foie gras sur toast de pain d'épices, éclat de pistache et fruits confits. No idea if that's how you pronounce it, but what I do know how to do is eat it. They have such cute bowls as well. I absolutely love them. That's really rich, nutty. That's really delicious. Such a cute little salt and pepper. I've gone for some crackers because I love these, but also a nice warm, soft brown roll. Now, I've been recently accused by you guys of chewing with my mouth open and people can't bear it. I really don't think I do that. Do I chew with my mouth open? This is that. I'm going to try and keep it shut now because I would be disgusted if I watched someone else doing that. Maybe it's because I'm like eating and explaining at the same time. So the crew have recommended the lamb. They say that's the one to go for. It's the tastiest. It's local. Wow. This is so soft, like melting in the mouth. Delicious as well. It's usually a good idea to go for dishes that are local to the airline. Whilst this might not be the most visually appealing, it's very tasty.
Enjoy, would you like some fruit?
No, thank you. Finally, to round off the meal, a lovely plate of cheese and fruit and some nuts on there too. And I was offered wine to pair with cheese. I'm not doing that today, but it's there if you want it. Overall, stunning meal.
Well, I'm pleased to say lunch has been served. In the end, I had an option between chicken, fish, or pasta. I went for the chicken, it's like the safest bet. And interestingly, there's not rice with this chicken dish, there is noodles instead. It does look a little bit sort of like beige, maybe not the most appetizing, but it smells pretty good. It's like a decent portion. And to go with it, we've only got plastic cutlery today. Unfortunately, even in these premium seats, no metal for me. But let's dig in, give it a go. Tell you what, it might not look like the most appetizing thing in the world, but that chicken is actually really tasty, very salty, but not in a bad way. Succulent, comes apart really nicely, and those noodles have sort of got this nice salty brown sauce on them as well. Not exactly sure what it is, but on the whole, a very decent mouthful. For economy, can't really complain. I'm happy with this. Okay, next up, my side dish, if you can call it that. We've got a bread roll and what looks to be some kind of cheese spread to go with it. So let's investigate this mysterious bit of cheese. Doesn't smell of much, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing really. Okay, we're slathering a big old lump of mysterious cheese on the bread, and then we're actually going to dunk it with some of the remnants of this broth that my chicken and noodles came in. Look at that. It sort of looks disgusting and appetizing at the same time. Let's try it. And actually, it works pretty well. That cheese tastes something like Dairy Lee and soaks up that broth pretty well. Probably not the healthiest mouthful you're ever going to have in the sky, but not bad in terms of flavour. And then last, but hopefully not least, we have this upside down muffin. Don't know whether it's meant to be upside down, but let's flip it around the right way. Looks like it's got some chocolate chip cookies in. Just gonna give it a big old bite. Disappointing lack of chocolate in that mouthful. I think they are in there somewhere. Let's give it another go. I actually got a few in that mouthful. And actually, the muffin is quite moist, it's sweet, it's tasty. Not a bad way to end a meal, but I would say it's pretty average overall. I like the chicken and noodles, but the bread, the cheese, the muffin, it sort of feels like a little bit of the bare minimum when it comes to an omelette. Maybe you could have had a bit of salad or fruit or something a bit healthier on this side other than just cheese and bread and muffin. You're probably not going to win any awards for this kind of food, but it's not bad and it'll keep me going for now. Did miss one final thing, a little square of dark chocolate just to round things off, cleanse the palate a little. Cheers.
Well, meal service complete. That just leaves one important agenda item, and that is the Call Bell Challenge. Let's see how long this Royal Maroc crew take to come in business class. Hi, can I just get a black coffee, please? Yes, thanks so much. Rapid fire from the crew there.
Getting a little bit worried because both of my cameras are on low battery. There's a chance they might not outlast this Call Bell Challenge. Thank you. Thanks very much. It's not looking good. Well, unfortunately, I think that's about the 6-minute mark and my camera is literally about to die, so it's going to be a fail for Royal Air Maroc on the Call Bell Challenge today. What a shame. Well, that is Royal Air Maroc in economy, or I guess a bit of premium economy, on their 787-9 from Morocco in Casablanca to Paris Orly. Done, but it wasn't too bad. The seat itself obviously was fantastic. Getting that for an economy price was a real highlight. I thought the food was decent. I really liked my main of noodles and chicken. Could have maybe put a bit more effort into some of the other side parts of it. While the IFE looked great, it was a little bit laggy. They had to actually reset all the systems at one point. Unfortunately, Royal Air Maroc did fail the Call Bell Challenge today. Having said that, the service was still extremely friendly. But on the whole, for a 2.5-hour flight in economy, Royal Air Maroc is not a bad experience at all, and I would definitely fly them again.
Well, here we are back on the ground in Paris, and that was a pretty wonderful flight. For a 2-hour flight that other airlines would just be flying a little plane with no food service or very little service, that was very impressive. We were lucky to get that 787-9 that has the newest seat and Wi-Fi, because not all the RAM aircraft have that. So if you can choose that aircraft, definitely go for it. The seat is like the British Airways seat, super comfortable, just without a door, but I didn't really feel like it needed it. And then the food, that was really special on such a short flight. Choice, deliciousness, that lamb was a particular standout. It didn't look amazing, but it was so tasty. And to get those little extras like lovely champagne, a cheese trolley, I mean, those are little notes that make a flight very special. The service as well was wonderful, all with a smile. It was a very enjoyable flight overall, and one I would definitely repeat if I was flying from Morocco to Europe or elsewhere again.